My name is Janet Brooking, JanetBrooking. I'm the executive director here at Drive Smart Virginia. So we're talking to you all today because we very actively use the Drive Square distracted and impaired driving simulators. We've been very pleased with them. They travel all across the Commonwealth of Virginia, and so I'm here to share that story. So we are a 501c3, and we work with a lot of corporations. We work with federal grants. We work with localities, communities, any number of entities, high schools, to get the word out about the importance of being a safe driver. And this strategy, the strategy of having our simulator, is one of the methods that we use that's most effective. So we've learned over time that these high school students really like an interactive experience. So we bring it to them. During that simulator experience, we may also have a pedal cart that the local law enforcement runs for us. We might have a victim family come speak. We might have the trauma nurses or a reenactment of a trauma crash, and any other things that we want to do um, as an interactive display that will bring an aha moment to these teen drivers. Now, we take a survey, a pre and post survey of teens before they get in our Drive Smart simulator and then afterwards. And what we have learned through this survey is that, get this, 96% of teen simulator participants would recommend the program to their peers. 96%. And that's absolutely amazing to hear from the teens themselves, who generally don't want to be bothered. So it's wonderful that they enjoy this programming and they would recommend it to others. That really tells a big story. We also learned through these surveys that 86% of teen simulator participants said they learned something new about the dangers of distracted driving, and clearly there's a lot to be learned. So that was a really great learning for us to gain as well. The third major learning that we had is that 77% of teen simulator participants said they would be less likely to drive distracted after a simulator experience. So these are some major learnings. They tell a big story. They help us understand how important the simulator program is to all of these students. We have a small but mighty staff. So we currently have 4 people that can work the simulator and take it out to, from Wise County down to or up to Center Cross, for example. So it travels all over the state. And again, the majority of the time it's reaching out to a teen audience, but we also do work very diligently with workplaces and with the military. So a lot of what we do here at Drive Smart is education and training, and we raise awareness. So clearly these simulators are very critical to us. We would welcome for other people to have them and travel Virginia as well, just so we could touch as many people as possible with this important demonstration. But again, we have any number of means, any number of ways that we can get the word out. The simulator is the most important and is the most effective, but we have a toolkit on our website on any number of topics. We make presentations where we just speak to adults, teens, whoever you might think about. We just have any number of ways to get that word out. We wanted to bring the most cutting edge programs to the Commonwealth of Virginia. So we heard about Drive Square and the distracted and impaired driving simulators, and we felt like that was a really great direction to go in. So we have really, really recognized we like to be cutting edge in everything that we do, because we recognize that people just don't respond to the same old message, whether it's click it or ticket or whatever it might be. So we wanted to bring them new programming. Our first simulator was funded by a grant from State Farm Insurance. Our second simulator was funded by the Virginia Department of Motor Vehicles. And our third simulator was formed by Mile One Auto Group. So we've had some amazing support in the community for these simulators. And again, everyone that does them seems to be very, very pleased, and their numbers tell us the same. So when we look at evaluating these simulator programs, we look at the surveys. We look at the surveys of the adults and teens that are going through them, and we take in what they say. We absorb that information, and we also look at the cost factor. You know, are we pricing these out correctly? If we have to price them out, or is whoever's paying for them, are they paying for them so that we're not taking a hit? That's very important to us as well. And it's super important that the program that we do be cost effective. So we work really, really hard to keep it at a price level where it could be enjoyed by a PTA, it could be enjoyed by a Rotary, it could be enjoyed by a Orange County fair. It could be enjoyed at the NASCAR event. There's so many places that it can be utilized if we have the funding to get it there. Right. We have been using the Drive Square product for at least 12 years. And we just really, again, we just really believe that it's a valuable product. It's very effective in teaching and training our road users. Very, very important. None of us here at Drive Smart Virginia are IT experts. In fact, we're educators, really, if you want to call us that. We're educators. We raise awareness. We get out on the road, and we reach underserved communities. We reach anyone and everyone that we can reach with our message. In doing so, we have to work really hard, almost study, on how to use the simulator, because we want it to work for us, and we want our folks to be given all of the educational knowledge that they need to run it and understand what to do if there are various IT issues that may come up, which is normal. So we do have one person on staff that handles all sorts of issues that might come up. So she's the go-to for that. And we found that works really well. The simulator has been so popular that we have a wait list. And that's wonderful. So depending on who is funding the various events that we do, they might have some preferences. They may want us to spend time up in Northern Virginia. They may want us to spend time on the I-81 corridor, or in Southwest Virginia, Southside Virginia, and we are thankfully able to do so. The simulator is part of our overall holistic traffic safety approach. If we're gonna get the simulator down to Danville, we're also going to have a victim family there. We're going to have local law enforcement there. We're going to have whoever's funding it has a right to be there as a volunteer. So we're taking a multifaceted approach that is interactive. It is, the law enforcement aspect is interactive as well. Then we have the victim family to tell their story. Sometimes we have videos that tell that story as well. There are just any number of different approaches that we take to get the word out. We might leave signage in that community. We might work with the locality to put signage up at all of their convenience stores, for example. It's just any number of different ways that we can reach out and touch that community, including the simulator. So I think that we're at the point now where the conventional messaging no longer works. There are a number of messages out there, and they just do not resonate with the high risk driver. So you've got to, if you're running a Drive Smart Virginia or a local PD, military facility, whatever you're doing, you need to look at different ways to get the message out, different ways to grab the attention of your drivers in order to keep them safe on the road. We've had this simulator, and it's been a tremendous success, and we know that lives are being saved. We know that we're not wasting time with random unnecessary messages. We know that we're hitting the nail on the head with this. So I would encourage anybody, like I said, whether it be a nonprofit, whether it be state, local, federal government, local, state law enforcement, I would encourage anybody to purchase this product and to use it, and use it in concert with what we're doing in Virginia. There are lots of opportunities for enhanced programming, and there's a tremendous need, and that's what we all need to focus on. I mean, post-COVID, we've got crashes, we've got fatalities, injuries skyrocketing, and we've got to do something.